So, by now, I think it's obvious that George Russell will be replacing Bottas at Mercedes. If not, then Mercedes are committing some crimes against F1. Well, Toto Wolff knows what it's like to commit crimes. But, not about that. We're going to be on about who Williams could sign to replace George Russell next year. So, contender number 1, Valtteri Bottas. He's a multiple race winner. He's been on the podium many times. He's got experience in a top car. And he's ex-Williams. That is many good things to have in a driver. And he could be a good candidate for them. However, his wage will be expensive, I imagine, considering he's probably earned an absolute load at Mercedes. And especially to drop that far down the grid, I'm sure he'll want a lot of money, which I doubt Williams will want to pay him. Even though they got a lot of money now, I just don't think they'll want to spend that much on him. Contender number 2, Nico Hülkenberg. Again, he's got experience. He's got 521 career points. However, he hasn't been on the podium, but we'll forget about that. He's a good driver, and he could definitely help Williams rise back up the grid. He's also ex-Williams, which could push him towards getting the seat. And considering that he won't be as much, as he hasn't had a seat for 2 seasons, I do see him as a good candidate for someone who could go to Williams next season. Contender number 3, Kvyat. Again, he hasn't been in a seat for a season, so he won't want as much money. He's got experience on the podium. He's got over 200 career points. He's got experience in a top car. He doesn't have really any connection with Williams, but I still think that he could be a good driver for them. However, I don't see him signing him. I don't know why. I see him if he comes back, maybe have another year out, but I just don't see it happening. Contender number 4, Alex Albon. Alex Albon obviously didn't have a seat this year after his very poor 2020. He was dropped for Sergio Perez. I think he could be good because there's clearly a good driver in there. He has got experience in a good car. Admittedly, he wasn't that good in it, but he's still got experience of that car, and he could definitely help Williams. He won't want as much money as, say, Bottas, and Red Bull have already said that they wouldn't mind allowing Albon to go to, say, Williams or Alfa Romeo, so he could be a good option for Williams. And contender number 5, Nick de Vries. He could be good. He's just recently won the Formula E Championship. He was the F2 champion in 2019, beating Latifi by quite a long way. He's clearly a good driver. However, without any experience in F1, he could be a risk. But that could be a worthwhile risk considering how quick he is and how he's kind of been robbed of an F1 seat in the past. He could finally have the chance to show why he deserves to be in F1, and he definitely won't want as much money as the others. He'll imagine be the cheapest, considering he hasn't got any F1 experience. So, out of the 3 drivers, who could it be? Well, I've already ruled Bottas out, and Kvyat. I think Albon's kind of a 50-50. I could kind of see it happening, but in all honesty, I think he'll go and race in like IndyCar or something next year. I think he'll have another year out of F1, and then maybe he could get another attempt at AlphaTauri if they ever drop Yuki, or if Pierre leaves. And then Hülkenberg and de Vries. I think those 2 are the most likely candidates. I think Toto Wolff could play a big part in getting de Vries the seat, as his Formula E team is no longer a team, I saw the other day. So I generally think he has a strong chance, and Hülkenberg, with the Williams connection and the experience, he could be a contender. So I think it depends what route they want to go down. If they want to go for a more experienced driver, I think they'll go Hülkenberg. However, if they want to take, I guess, a bit of a gamble, but considering he's won a lot, de Vries, he could be a good option as he's young as well, and he could generally be a good one for their future. I think on the top of my head, I think they could end up going for de Vries next season. In my honest opinion, I think that's what they'll do. And then, or if they don't get him this season, I definitely think 2023, if he hasn't got an F1 seat by then, I think they drop Latifi for him, considering he is by far the better driver, and he could prove a very good signing for their future. But who knows how them two. Anyway guys, if you did enjoy this video, like, subscribe, let me know who you think Williams will sign. For all we know, they could end up with George Russell again. I doubt it, but you never know. But anyway, I'll see you in another video. Bye.